Welcome all you fire signs to your weekly energy update. This of course is for all you Aries, your Leo, your Sagittarians, no matter where it is at in your chart. And wow, what a week we have coming up between March 13th and March 20th. A lot going on this coming week. Of course, we've got the 18th is the Virgo full moon that's coming in. I actually just put out videos for that yesterday for each individual zodiac sign. So if you want to check those out, I'll have that linked at the end of the video here. Also, March 20th, the Sunday at the end of this week, we have Aries season beginning. It's the equinox starting. And happy solar new year. We're starting off in Aries, so we have this whole new journey that's beginning for us, going through all the zodiac signs again. And I also had just put out equinox readings for both the spring fall for the northern and southern hemisphere, and that also be linked at the end here if you want to check those out and see what messages are out there for this 3-month equinox period. So this reading for all of you, it can be timeless as well. So if you're coming across this outside of the time frame I mentioned, then you did find this on purpose for a purpose, because this reading is a messages from our ancestors, from those beings of unconditional love and light that are on the other side, that have been a part of our gene pool, our bloodline, that have been watching out for us, that have messages for our highest adventure here. So regardless of when you're coming across here, there are messages this week for you. So we're going to jump right in, and I'm going to start off by using this Angels and Ancestors Oracle and just get the overall energy they want you to know about for this week. And we will see what they have to say. So we've got the amethyst skull of our ancestors and all these eggs representing the generations that have come after and in the meantime as well, in this kind of beautiful fossil-like looking like rock. It's very smooth, but it's very beautiful. It had beautiful energies that attracted me as well. So, and we lit all these candles in honor of your ancestors as well. So all you beautiful ancestors of our fire signs, what would you like them to know about this upcoming week? Okay, anything else? Nope. Okay, so this is your message here. And you've got the Great Teacher. Love it. Beautiful card. And it says, learn from spiritual experiences. We're just going to put this up here. Actually, let me put it this way. And let's see what message comes with that for you here. So the message is, know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a capital G great, capital T teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He's surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You're having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There's a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. I love that. I think that's it there. Just double check. Yep, that's it. So I love that message for you. We're also going to, of course, delve a little deeper into here through these Ancestral Path Tarot and see what else that they want you to know about this coming week. So let me just give these a little shuffle. All right, so what else for our fire signs would you like them to know about this upcoming week, please? Okay, do you want that one? That one. Do you want those two? That one. And those two. All right, so let's break these down here. And you first have the Hermit. And this is beautiful because the Hermit is, of course, all about finding from within your wisdom. This star here that you're following here, which is kind of like Jesus and the North Star that the wise men followed to find, the baby Jesus. This is about finding the great teacher within you. So they're really emphasizing that this is not about the outside teacher. This is about finding the great teacher that you have within you. And it doesn't mean that you have to go to a mountaintop and hide away from everyone. This is definitely about taking time away from all the chaos and all the loud, chaotic things that are going in the world, all that fear noise, and really connecting to your higher self, your true self, which you are this star here. And the wisdom and the understanding and the teachings, the lessons that you learn from within, then like it mentioned, you want to bring those out to the outside world. Then they want to go to this one next. Yeah. So you have the Eight of Cups. Cups are your emotions, and the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind these emotions that are no longer serving you and headed off to a different place. And I love that they have the Stonehenge over here, or a Stonehenge-like structure back here, of where you're headed to. You're headed to this different place, this place that has more pure and higher emotions in there than where you've been. So this definitely is this journey and this moving to a different level of your emotional state, which makes sense with especially all the stuff that's going on around you at this time has really been triggering these emotions within you to help bring them to the surface, to help you see those things that are of value to you, those experiences that you've learned from that you're ready to move on from as well, these emotional messages that are there. And I want to go to this one next. Yeah. Then you have the King of Staves, which would be the King of Wands. Here's your fire energy, all you fire signs. But wands or staves are basically your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, passion. It's also your spiritual energy. And with it being the king, which is the highest in the wands or fire suit, this is your higher self, the highest spiritual energy that you can achieve, which is what we were talking about here, about really connecting to this inner place of who you are, finding this courage, finding this passion, this drive, this power that you have within you, which is this mighty star. You are this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And this is the journey that you're in, this wisdom turning inward to find who you really are, to find that inner great teacher. And then they want this one next. Yeah. So this would be the Two of Staves or Two of Wands. And two things that come from this with the two. One of it is that you have two places that you get energy from. And one of them is your physical human side, and the other is your higher spiritual side. One is rooted in fear that brought you all these other darker emotions. And of course, your higher energy is that of your higher spiritual self here. And so whatever you focus your energy on is what grows in your life. And this is one huge experience that has been happening for you for a while. I really feel like this great teacher, this is like one of the biggest lessons that you've learned that you can really share with people, that whatever you focus on is what grows in your life. So if you watch the news and the fear and all those ugly, darker emotions, they're not really ugly, they are just uncomfortable, would be a better word for it, those uncomfortable emotions of fear. When you focus on those are what grow. And when you focus on the unconditional love and peace and joy and laughter, like it was talking about, you find this peacefulness and you have that expand in your life instead. The other part of this is that with this new journey, with this new area of your life that's expanding, this new wisdom that's coming, the Two of Staves would be like if you had the Ace of Wands, which would be the card right before this, that would be new passion, new ideas, new inspiration. The Two would be plans, like plotting and making step-by-step plans on how you're going to get there and taking a little bit of action toward it. So with this new knowledge, this new awareness that you're coming in with this great teacher, this is a little bit of planning around that too, of how you want to go about that, what steps you can take, making it a habit in your daily life, and then how would you plan on sharing that with the world. And they want this one next. And you have the Prince of Cups, which should be the Knight of Cups. The knights all have a quest, right? All the knights love their quests in all the old storybooks. And it's the same with us and with these cards. The knights, in this case with cups, this has right above this cups, of course, is this beautiful quest for the unconditional love of the other side, really the Holy Grail, which he holds in his hand here, the Holy Grail, the chalice. That's what his quest is for. That's finding that higher love that is the living waters, the unconditional love essence of the creator of all things. And that's where you're leaving from here, these old emotions that are of those uncomfortable emotions of the fear world, and you're moving towards finding something more, because this is like you're headed off and you jump on this horse and you're off on your quest. So you are on this search for a higher love. Yeah. And then you have the Queen of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations. And the Queen, yeah, she's wielding it here. Just need to see where she had it here. She has the Ace of Swords that she has there. What that gives her is the ability to connect to the higher truths, which is amazing. This came above the Hermit, which is the searching out the beliefs and the knowledge and the higher understandings of who you really are and how everything works in the world. But it also gives you the ability to cut away those small t truths of the human side, of the ego, of the shadow, of the fear-based, fight or flight induced part of ourselves. And it's all those opinions, those popular opinions, those expectations of supposed to and should and need to and have to and must, all those things that we're fed. Those are the things that you're questioning because you've been told who you're supposed to be and should be and need to be, but now you're on this journey of finding out who you really are. Also, all the queens, in addition to carrying the energy, like she's air energy with the sword, they also all carry water energy, which allows her to also connect to the spiritual side, because that's where we connect to the other realms, is through our emotions, it's through our love. And she has this beautiful balance between heart and mind when it comes in here as well. So this adventure that you're on, this new journey that you're going on, your ancestors just want you to know it's important for you to keep that balance of heart and mind as you're going through that, especially with all that fire energy that you have. I know it can be easy to go into the emotional place, but they're basically talking about try to keep a level head, even though you have this emotional journey that you're on. Also keep your mental and your wisdom and that grounding, that beautiful balance there. And then your final message is the Seven of Staves, the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands has this beautiful, I love how they interpret it here, how you're sitting before this beautiful bright light here. And the Seven of Wands generally is about not feeling like you need to defend. There's this, usually you're like up on a hill with your own wand, your big staff out to protect, and there's other staffs that are trying to poke and gain uphill. But you being on the top of the hill, you have the higher perspective. You actually have the best advantage in battle being at the top, because when people battle uphill, they tend to lose because the people on the higher have the advantage and they can roll things down on them and different reasons. But this kind of central message they want to bring here to close out your reading is you don't have to defend yourself and your passion and your energy to anyone else. You are on this journey of finding yourself from within, and people on the outside, they will challenge you, but they're only mirrors reflecting back to you what you want to see about yourself. So as you feel any of this fire that you have that builds up within you, just recognize that that fire is your own triggers, and that whatever is happening is this unfolding of your basic fears being projected outside of you. So they're being brought to you to show you that you have nothing to defend, that when people say things or do things, that doesn't mean that you have to react to it. You can simply notice it, observe it, and ask yourself what it is telling you about yourself, because you are this great teacher. You have so much that you've learned on this journey of life, and choosing this way of peace instead of this battle that could ensue if you get defensive, that this will help you along your path. And I do love those messages that came out in the beginning regarding this too, about the, not needing to defend, not needing to prove that you don't need to be right. You don't have to prove that what you've learned is true. You approach it more as, this is what I learned, during my journey and my adventure so far. So may it help you in whatever way you would like it to. But there's no attachment you put to what you're telling others. There's no need to defend or get offended by whether someone takes your advice and does anything with it or not, right? You get to be on this journey, and you are all about really this hermit adventure during this week. And again, you don't have to ostracize yourself the entire week, but they want you to try to take time alone if you can. Take some deep breaths, come to this calm place away from all the chaos in the outside world, and really connect and go on this search to find this higher love, to find this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love that you really are. So I love this for you. Well, I'm going to leave the reading there for this week. If you want additional messages of love from above, in addition to the weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings by each zodiac sign, new moon, full moon readings, and a variety of others. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click this like button, also click the subscribe button, that'll give you access to this notification bell. And once you go in there, if you select all, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love. Because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm so happy. It wants to share those videos of the channel with other people as well. So if you feel so inspired to do any of those things, I am grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, of course, and if you're looking for more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below. All right, all you fire signs, as you go throughout this beautiful week and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you hang in there and you take care.